Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully self-enlightened One. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello, dear Dhamma friends. Welcome to our special Dhamma Talk series. Under this weekly Dhamma Talk series, we will cover up some really important topics on Theravada Buddhism to help benefit our community around the world. I certainly believe this effort by Dhamma USA is going to open up more horizon of Dhamma knowledge amongst our community. We are so delighted to have Supawan Green as our guest speaker today, and I am confident that she has been amply trained with both Dhamma knowledge and practice. Dear Dhamma friends, please mark your calendar every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and 7:30 a.m. Sri Lankan Time. Kindly check with Dhamma USA YouTube channel and Facebook page and Facebook groups for more updates. The renowned Buddhist author Supawan Green was born in 1954. She is a Thai Chinese woman who graduated with an honors degree in sociology in Thailand in 1975. She has always been an active participant in Buddhism since her student years and has practiced as an ordained nun for 3 months in the northern Thai province of Phao and spent a further 3 months alone in a cave doing meditation. Currently, Supawan Green is a renowned Buddhist author of over 40 published books in both Thai and English. A few of her Thai books, especially the Thai version of Einstein Questions, Buddha Answers, were bestsellers in Thailand. She skillfully used the new innovation of both language and illustrations to present the Buddha's core teaching in her latest book titled The Four Noble Truths, printed in 2018. So I'm pretty sure you are all going to enjoy the topic today, which is Four Noble Truths. So please kindly post your questions in the comment section of the Dhamma USA YouTube channel so that we can answer them at the end of the talk. Without further ado, let me invite Supawan Green to start her Dhamma sharing on Four Noble Truths. Please pay your due attention seriously to achieve maximum benefit from today's Dhamma sharing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Yes. It is an honor to be invited to this platform, the Dhamma USA. Okay. And good morning to everyone. Right. I'm sorry that I cannot control my slide today, this morning, because we got a bit of a hiccup. I'm a bit low tech, I'm afraid. So Banti is behind the scene controlling the slide for me. So today we're going to start with the Four Noble Truths. And it's going to be a bit different today because I'm going to present it from the inside out, okay? Or from the end to the means. It might sound a bit, strange, because normally you talk about the means to the end, but this is the inside out. So it is the end to the means. Okay. Right, Banti, please, the next one. So the perspective. Thank you. Right, that's it. With this picture, I would like to So I'm going to give you the entire perspective of Buddhism. What exactly the Buddha, teaching, okay? What his teaching involved. So I like you to view that every one of us, okay? Can I have the next slide, please? I did write something there. Okay, so everything and everyone, physical, non-physical, animated, or unanimated, okay? I would like to equate absolutely everything, okay, to one piece of jigsaw puzzle, okay? Just like the picture that you saw before, a ginormous pile of jigsaw puzzle, okay, pieces. So please don't forget that at the moment we have, 8 billion people in the world, population in the world. It means that the entire population represents with 8 billion, okay, pieces of jigsaw puzzle, okay? And that is only the population. And I mean that everything, everyone, physical, non-physical, animals, plants, animated, unanimated. So absolutely everything in the entire world equate, okay, represent one piece of jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so you can imagine that the number of jigsaw puzzle in the entire world, it's a lot. I don't know, it's ginormous, it's staggering amount of pieces of jigsaw puzzle. And then our role as a human being is to piece this ginormous pile of jigsaw puzzle together to make it a complete one, okay? So that we can understand what life is all about. But the most difficult pieces of jigsaw puzzle that you find, I would say, 5,000, 10,000 pieces, okay, that you can buy from a shop. No. Okay, suppose this is a box of jigsaw puzzle. Okay, the most pieces that I came across, I think, 5,000. I haven't really come across a 10,000 pieces of jigsaw puzzle yet. Okay, but we are talking about, okay, the uncountable pieces of jigsaw puzzle in this entire world that we need to put together to form a complete one, which to form a complete picture, which I'm sure that you can think that you realize that it is almost impossible. It is impossible, not almost impossible. Okay, but the Buddha did it. Next picture, please, Bante. Yeah, the Buddha did it. So this is something that I'd like you to understand. Next one, please. That's it. So what happened on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha? Okay, in Gaya. So what happened was that the Buddha managed to piece all these ginormous amount pieces of jigsaw puzzle together. He succeeded to do that, okay? And then he found that very last one, which is the missing link. Once he put that piece of jigsaw puzzle down, the picture was completed right away. Can I look at the next one, please, Bante, and then see? You might be able just to, flip back and forth. Because of that last piece of missing link, okay? Once he put it down, the Buddha managed to form a complete picture of life in related to the universe, which allow him to understand life to the core. Okay, understand life to the core. So this is the reason that I put this, all this, try to connect all these words, all these big words, connect all these big words together. It means that upon the enlightenment of the Buddha on that night in Gaya, 2,610 years ago, okay, the Buddha had found the state of the ultimate truth, which he called nirvana, okay? And so I try to put all these big words together to connect, to try to help you to understand what nirvana is all about. Nirvana is a state of mind that allow you to be here and now, okay, to be in your actual present. Nirvana, and then to accommodate other believers, religious believers, well, those who believe in God, okay. I also put God, the word God there, Tao, okay, the tree of life. And then the word, the innocent perception belong to me. I'm the one who created this word, trying to help you to make your life easier, help you to understand nirvana and how to have access to nirvana. Okay, so if you can go back to that picture previously, please, Bante. Okay, so upon the enlightenment of the Buddha have found the state of the ultimate truth because he found this missing link. And that missing link, I give you a clue now, is about your thoughts, human thought. Okay, once he could eradicate, purge your thought away, that missing link was the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle that you can place in, which allowed the entire image of the universe, allowed the entire image of our life in connected to the universe complete. Okay, that's why. So this is what the enlightenment of the Buddha is all about. Okay, if you can go to the next one, please. Yeah, the next one and the next one. Okay, so upon the enlightenment, so what happened to the Buddha is that it's what you could say, as within, so without, as above, so below. Okay, it means that on that night, the Buddha understand his life, his mind, his within, whatever that, going on inside this physical body, the Buddha understood completely, as within, so without. It means that once he can understand, okay, how his mind and consciousness work, he could understand everyone. He could understand people. He could understand human beings. He could understand the entire universe. Okay, so this is the meaning about as within, so without, as above, so below. When you can understand within, you will understand without. You understand people, you understand the universe. And this is what the Buddha and Christ represent. His teaching, this is what his teaching, that teaching represent, trying to tell the world what life is all about. Okay, next one, please. Okay, so come to my part, okay? I will try to make your life easier, okay? So basically, on the Buddha teachings, if you're the Buddhist, you would know that in the entire 45 years of the Buddha's teaching, there are 84,000 topics, okay, in the Pali Canon, okay, which is a lot to digest, a lot to take on, a lot to chew, okay, right. And I believe that a lot of people don't really have time to go through the 84,000 topics in the Pali Canon, in the Tripitaka. So I'm trying to make your life easier by, I would just pluck out, okay, 3 pieces of jigsaw puzzle, 3 pieces of topic, really, okay? That is the Four Noble Truths, the 5 elements, okay, or the 5 components that make up of this life form. I will have a few props to help you to understand your life. So this represents the 5 khandha, or the 5 components that make up of your life form, which you have the body, and then you got the mind. The mind represents with this water, which later on I will represent with Jerry, with the word Jerry. And then you got the Vinana, okay, or your consciousness, or you call body, mind, and spirit, or body, mind, and consciousness. Consciousness, your spirit, your soul is the same thing at this level. Okay, so these are the 5 components. So this mind represent your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings, emotion. So, okay, 3 components in there, okay, and then your consciousness. So this life form make up 5 elements or 5 khandha, one of the very important subject, of the Buddha's teaching. So this is one topic that I would talk about. And then the last one, that is the 4 foundation of mindfulness or vipassana, which is the crucial means that can help you to have access to nirvana, basically. So my role, my teaching, okay, I just bring out 3 topics from the 84,000 to help my students, to help my audience to understand as within, so without. Okay, it means that to understand the mind, how the mind and the consciousness, or Tom and Jerry, work. Okay, so please, the next one. Yeah, but so that is the entire perspective about the Buddha's teaching, the core teaching of the Buddha. Now let's see what's happened now. From the point of the Buddha's enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Gaya some 2,610 years ago, up till now, many layers have been added on top of the core teaching. So don't forget that the core teaching is all about the Buddha trying to help us to get to the state of nirvana, the end of suffering, or the end of our mental pain. That is the core teaching. But after 26 millennia, a lot of things has happened and something have changed a lot. Okay, next one, please. Okay, so Buddhism now, in fact, I hate the word ism. Buddha's teaching is not about ism at all. The Buddha's teaching is very universal, very universal. It's for everyone. It's not just for the Buddhists at all. So what I try to say is that after 26,000 years have gone, okay, Buddhism have, people, the followers in the later time have added so many layers to the Buddha's teaching, just like so I represent with this Russian doll, it got many layers. So the next one, please. Yeah, so you got 2 sides. So mainly you got 2 sides of Buddhism, the exterior and the essence. The exterior is about the establishment, the hierarchy, the temples, the ceremonies, traditions, ritual, monk with yellow robe, the almsgiving, the chanting, the Buddha statue, and all the glittering. Okay, yeah, I put some picture there for you to see. Okay, let's look at the picture. Next one, please. Yeah, so this is to try to show you the exterior, okay, of Buddhism. Okay, so you got all this glittering, the temple, the Buddha statue, the ritual, the ceremony, the this and that, this and that. But all this, I'd like you to know that this is the surface, the surface layer of Buddhism. Okay, it hasn't really get to the core teaching yet. But I would say that the exterior is as important as the core teaching, because after 26,000 years, without the establishment of all the ceremony, and culture, the way of life, I don't think the core teaching of the Buddha that help us to stop a mental pain would exist. It might have gone long ago, okay? But because of this exterior that trying to help and then preserve the core teaching of the Buddha up till now. But it can be a problem if the exterior, if the bark of the tree is too thick, So let's have a look. What exactly is the core teaching of the Buddha? Yeah, next one, please. Yeah, right. The essence of the teaching of the Buddha really is about self-empowerment. It's about put the destiny of your life in your own hand, not the hands of your parents, not your hand of your, spouse, not the hands of your children, not the hands of the doctor, of the pharmacist, not the hand of the politician, not the monk, not anyone but yourself, because the Buddha have told us we are our own refuge, no one else. And this is self-empowerment. There are a lot of people don't really know what it means, what the Buddhist means. Okay, so this is about regain your mental and spiritual freedom. But how to regain your mental and spiritual freedom? It is very important that you got to understand how your mind, your thought, memories, and feelings, and your consciousness or your soul spirit work. And this is as within. Because if you can understand how it works, you can understand the world. You can understand people. Okay? You can understand everything out there. But before you can understand anything out there in this material world, it is at most important that you got to understand within. And within is all about your thoughts, memories, and feelings represented by the water here. Or later on, I would call this part Jerry. There's the camera. Okay. As in Tom and Jerry. I hope you know about Tom and Jerry. Okay. So this part, your thought, memories, and feelings represent, okay, with just one word, Jerry. So the essence of the Buddha's teaching is trying to help us to understand how our mind consciousness works. Why sometimes it's like this. We are all over the place, stress, worry, anxiety, depression, breakdown, suicide. What's going on? What's going on? Can you see that? Can you see that? This is all about your mind consciousness. Your mind consciousness, okay? And then later on, the essence of the Buddha's teaching is to offering you a mental skill to defeat your unwanted thoughts and feelings, which I call Jerry or the water in here. Okay. And all this is about the core teaching of the Buddha, which not many people talk about. And this is about talking from the inside, inside to the outside, or the ends to the means. Okay, so let's have a look. What is the next picture, Bandit? Please. Right, so the teaching of the Buddha, the essence, the real essence, the core teaching, is all about asking all these very important questions. Who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? Who sent me here? Okay, now that we are here, what is the main purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Now that I'm here, we are here. What do we supposed to do? And these questions are very profound. Not everyone can answer. I don't know if you know about this sutra. The Buddha equate the spiritual ignorant people to the number of the spiritual ignorant people equate to the number of the hair on a cow, okay? And the number of the wise people equate to the horn on a cow. And there are only 2 horns on a cow, in opposed to uncountable number of hair on a cow. And this is what happened to the world. The spiritually ignorant people represent the hair on the cow. I don't talk about intellectually, IQ, okay? I talk about the spiritual ignorance, not the intellectual ignorance. It's quite different, okay? But you see, all these questions can only be answered by the wise people. The wise people who know exactly how the mind consciousness works within, okay? Which a lot of people, the majority of people in the world, they don't have a clue. They depend, okay, they rely on, they put the destiny of their life in the doctors, in the pharmacists, in the medication to calm all this down, calm their stress, worry, anxiety, depression, and breakdown, to calm it down. Which it doesn't work. If it worked, the world will be a much happy place by now, but it doesn't. Okay, that's why we are pressing on the wrong button, Okay, anyway, with this picture, all these questions, which is very profound, can only be answered by wise people like Buddha, Christ, and all the wise people who have followed in the footsteps of the Buddhas, like meditation, vipassana. Okay, but sadly, because the spiritual ignorant people, okay, take the lead in politics. So therefore, they give us this very false, guideline. Okay, the only way that can make you happy, you got to earn a lots of money, get a good job, go in. So you push your children through the education. You got to do well at school so that you can get a good job, get lots of money, so that you can establish your life, so that you can have enough money to get everything that you want, that kind of thing. So these have prompt people, all these intellectual people, but really spiritually blind, okay? Running after what? Material wealth, okay? And a lot of people up to what, that 50, 60 retirement age, when they look back at their life, hang on, what's life is all about? And it's quite shocking that they don't really know what life is all about. All they knew is that I'm so good in earning a living. I'm so good in raking money to my family. But now I have absolutely everything. But why? My within, my mind, my soul is still quite empty. It's still discontent. Even though I got everything that I need materially, what else can I possibly have? What they lack of is this wisdom. Okay? It's nirvana, basically. It's nirvana. It's here now. It's trying to understand what here now is all about. Okay? So this is what happened to the world. This is what happened to the world, that people just don't have a clue what life is all about. Who am I? Why I'm here? What is the real purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? What do I supposed to do to make this life, this whole, life form complete, especially within, instead of letting, my, running wild up there like that. Okay, right. So let's have a look. The next one, please, Bante. Okay, confusion and why. You see, in not knowing the answer to those powerful fundamental questions, we are submerged in confusion and mental pain, ranging from stress, worry, anxiety, fear, okay, sadness, loneliness, isolation, depression, breakdown, suicidal. Very high spectrum of emotion, which I represent with this boom, boom, boom. You see that? Boom, 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 boom. Everyone have this boom, boom, boom with it. Okay. You see, we spend so much time, focus on our life, on our family. We got this gadget, we selfie. Mom, I'm here. We enjoy ourselves. We're doing shopping. This is all the food that we have. It's so lovely time. But why? Our life is still not complete. It's still not content. It still doesn't work out. We got the broken down relationship. We got the unsatisfactory job. We got the addiction of all sorts. And we don't know how to deal with that neighbor from hell. We don't know how to deal with that ill health. Okay. And the list goes on. The list goes on. And this is the confusion, a very profound kind of confusion that people don't even know what's going on. It's because it's just too big. The concept is just far too big. Right, let's see what's next. Okay, right. So let's move in to the core teaching to help you to understand, okay, what life is all about. I'm afraid you got to start with the inconvenient truth. To understand the core teaching of Buddha, we must begin with this inconvenient truth in our daily life. In our daily life. Okay, so let's see what it is. Next, please. Yeah. Are you familiar with this kind of moment? Okay. You actually sit very comfortably in your very favorite armchair with all the entertainment right in front of you, the cold drink, hot drink, whatever that you wish for. But physically, you are wonderful. You feel wonderful physically, but mentally and spiritually, okay? Can you remember on that day that you come back from work, okay? Your mind is running like a runaway train without the brake. Boom, 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 boom. You can't even stop. You can't even stop, all your Jerry within, all your Jerry. The Jerry just one after another, one boom, 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 like this. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. So I'm going to, you got to learn to understand my terminology. I literally make up a whole range of terminologies that can help you make your life much easier. Okay, so let's come back to a life form. A life form is made up of a physical body, which I call your physical self, okay? Your physical self. And then you got the mind. Your mind is made up of your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings, okay? And then, Banti, can you have the next picture, please? The next picture, I think. No, okay, go back, go back. Go back, because the picture will come later on. So your life form is made up of your physical body, which is beautiful, which is handsome, okay? And then you also got your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings. Your thoughts, memories, your feelings, thought, memories, feeling, emotion, okay? Which represent with this water in this bottle, okay? Bottle. Or later on, I will call Jerry. Jerry. Okay. And then you also got your soul, your spirit, or in fact, this part is your consciousness. Your consciousness. The Buddha called Vijnana. Vijnana. Okay, consciousness. So this mind, okay, mind and spirit or mind consciousness, okay, within, when you're in that situation, it's just like a runaway train. Oh, sorry, rewind a bit. Sorry. Okay, so your Vijnana, your soul spirit, from now on, I would create a character for it by calling it your mental self. Your mental self, in opposed to a physical self. So you got a physical self and then you got a mental self. A physical self is very much like a shell. It's not a real one. It's only a fake one. Okay. Your real self is your mental self, which I represent with this. It's a green man or this red bit in this bottle. Okay. This is your mental self is in the energetic form, is non-physical, intangible, okay, but very much exists, okay. And then when you are being bombarded by a whole army of Jerry, this is a whole army of Jerry, okay. And this whole army of Jerry take over your mental self, which is your true self. And then not only just that, it's spinning you around. Can you see that? Spinning you. So the red part is your mental self. This is a whole army of Jerry spinning you around. And this symptom is what you call stress, worry, anxiety, depression, breakdown, anger, sadness, envy. Oh my God, the list goes on. The list goes on. I even have this picture for you. So yeah, have a look, look. So this is your mental self, very weak and puny. Okay, got no strength whatsoever. And then you are being bombarded by your thought. Hang on, by your by your thought, memories, and feelings. Okay, or Jerry, a whole army of Jerry, and this thinking or sankhara component. The sankhara component is like a master chef who can go to deploy a whole army of Jerry, a whole army of Jerry. Oh gosh, I don't get used to with this camera. Okay, a whole army of Jerry, and then come to stamping on you, kick you, punch you, put you on the chopping board, and chop you into pieces. Chop you. The red part is your mental cell. Okay, this is a whole army of Jerry, and chop you into pieces. Into pieces. Can you see that? And that pieces is stress, worry, anxiety, anger, jealousy, envy, loneliness, sadness, depression, breakdown. I'm going to kill myself. This is Jerry for you. This is Jerry for you. Can you see that? See? The word what if alone, it can go on for days. What if cancer come back? Oh, should I tell mom and dad I'm gay? It can go on for years. For years. Okay? I'm sure that we are all very familiar, with this kind of moment when your mind just go on like a runaway train that you cannot stop. And you even know that if I cannot stop thinking like that, I would go insane. I would go insane. Please, someone just help me to stop. Take all this Jerry away. Go away, go away. I don't want to think. I don't want it too painful. I don't want to think. But where is that switch off button? Where is it? You don't know. But the Buddha know. I know. I'm going to share with you later on. Just be patient with me. Okay? But this is the first part that you're going to learn about the Four Noble Truths. Next one, please, Bante. Okay, so let's have a look. So I already told you about all this. So here are only some example of the inconvenient truth that we are facing on a daily basis. So let's have a look, Bante. Okay. Anger. Anger. When people have anger, they cannot understand reason. Their mind cannot work. They only just know that I'm right, you are wrong. Everyone is wrong because you make me angry. Therefore, I have every right to say anything to you, to do anything to you. Okay? And this is the justification of the angry people. All the reason is all thrown out of the window. They cannot understand anything about reason at all. So they think that I'm right to say this, to give people the abuse words, sentence, whatever. Okay, I'm right to react this to you, including killing someone. Because they cannot understand reason. That moment, even though it lasts only 2 or 3 minutes, they think that I'm right, you're wrong. Okay, and then the trouble is that you cannot be like this forever, okay? Because there won't be any insane hospital, for you, mental hospital for you to accommodate people, okay? This kind of explosive emotion, it can last only a few minutes. It can only last a few minutes, okay? Now, once all this explosive emotion gone, subsided, and that you become sober again, I'd like you to know that you are a different person. You're a different person. You are not that person anymore. So this person that you are with full-blown anger and this person that you're already sober is two totally different person. And you know what? This person cannot possibly understand the same person 5 minutes ago that he was like that. He or she was like this. And then you cannot turn the clock back. Oh my God, what have I done? Oh, mommy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. How could I say something like that? So awful to you, mommy. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Please forgive me, forgive me. Is that ring the bell? Okay. And when you are like this, okay, you could kill someone. That's why husband can kill wife, wife can kill husband, parents can kill children, children can kill parents. You know, best friend can kill each other, brother, sibling can kill each other out of anger, out of anger. And then that person and this person, they're two totally different person. I dare you to go interview people, you know, who commit crime, who commit murder. Murder. A lot, I have watched some interview before. And that person, the murderer that we, you know, brand murderer, you know, he or she, they can't even understand why they wanted to do that. Because when they're sober, they could not find any reason to kill that person at all. You see, all these twists, you know, all these things about life, we just cannot understand what's going on. But the Buddha have helped us to understand. Okay, right. So with this picture, I just want to tell you that next time when you want to have a punch up with anyone in the family, please do not do in front of children because the scar is too deep. You know, children, let them see the happy, joyous moment, okay, of the parents, but not the ugly moment. And anger is really, truly an ugly moment. Okay, don't do it in front of children because it's going to affect their entire life. Okay, right, next one, please. Next one. See, addiction, all sorts of addiction, not just alcohol, not just drugs. Sometimes addiction to just medication, like painkiller. Now it's a new kind of addiction in this kind of day and age. Addict to game, addict to this gadget. I don't have it with me. I still don't have that habit, have this gadget with me. No, I don't. And this is the real addiction now. It works exactly like the you addicted to heroin, to alcohol. Okay. And this causes a lot of problem. Okay. And we just don't know how to solve the problem. So what the government do all over the world right now is to solve the problem at the end result. You see, which too messy. You can't do it anyway because you know it well. Problem is very complicated, isn't it? We all know about politics, dirty politics, dirty politics. With this picture, I want to say that if in a family environment, if it's a man, okay, who have, you know, hug onto the bottle, if that man have a good wife, and that wife is really mentally strong, that woman can hold the family together. Okay, that woman can hold the family together and then can resolve the problem maybe later on. But if a woman hold a bottle of alcohol, there won't be anything left. It's true that men are physically strong, but mentally, sorry, gentlemen, older men, this is not about sexist, okay? But nature have built a woman, okay, to be mentally strong because women can can bear children, babies, you know, carry the baby for 9 months and then, you know, go through childbirth, go through labor and then raise the baby up. I mean, women mentally, spiritually, they are much stronger than men. But anyway, if a woman hold the bottle like this, have the addiction, nothing left. Because woman is in between, you know, your husband needs you, your children also need you. Therefore, you got to be strong. And I always tell my student that if you're a woman, you cannot collapse mentally. You cannot collapse. You got to be the tower of strength for your family because your husband needs you, your children need you. You cannot fall. You cannot fall. That's why you got the saying that behind every good man, there is a better woman. A better woman. And that better woman is either your mom or your wife to be the one who support you from behind the scene. Okay, then, next one. Sorry, man. Nothing personal, nothing personal. You see, this is another Jerry. I don't know what to do. There is no solution. The only way I got to kill myself. Don't do that. There is solution. Okay, next one, please. Next one. Yeah, see, more Jerry. So all these pictures are trying to help you to identify your Jerry. Okay, next one, please. More Jerry. See, and we never know when accident and illness is going to, spring on you, on anyone. We never know. And most people, complacent about life. They think that they're going to be strong forever. Nothing would happen to them, and they never prepare themselves, especially never prepare their mental strength, to face with all kind of eventuality, all kind of crisis. We don't. And then when it actually happen, we all like this. We'll fall, mentally collapse. Okay, and this can be quite scary. Okay, next one, please. Yeah, it's more Jerry for you. If you happen to be that man standing with the folder, you do all the work that you're supposed to do, but your boss never noticed you. How are you going to feel? Are you going to be attacked by your Jerry? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. You're not a sucker like your, colleagues. So you get nowhere. And this is very common scene in the working environment. Next one, please. That's another type of Jerry. Okay. And the problems just moves on no matter what level of your life. Okay. As your life goes on, the problem is just changing from one thing to another. That's all. Okay. When you're parents, you worry about your children. Okay. Anything might happen to them, all these things. It's all Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. Okay. Next one, please. Yeah. Next one, please. Yeah. This image, I want to say something like this. Sometimes, when you know what you don't know, nowadays so easy. Google, okay? You can ask Siri, you can ask, what's your name? Elisa, okay? About the answer, what you want to know. When you know what you don't know, you can go find the knowledge, exactly what you want. But the problem is that when you don't know what you don't know, when you don't know what you don't even know where to begin to ask question. What kind of question should I ask when you don't know what you don't know? Okay? And this happened to the people in the world. So that's why if the knower like Buddha, like Christ, like all the wise people, okay, Lao Tzu, okay, with all these wise people, if they don't open their mouth, if the Buddha didn't open his mouth, start teaching, okay, I will tell you that we don't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance because we just don't know how to pose a question. We just don't know where to begin. That's why the Buddha gave us this Four Noble Truths, very systematic, approach. Okay, understand the suffering, the mental pain first. But anyway, okay. So when people are in this kind of situation, they just don't know where to turn because physically they have everything. They have absolutely everything in the material world that you can wish for. You got a big house, you got a few cars, you got good family, good wife, good husband, good children, and they all do well, good health, everything. You're doing so well. But why? Why within I just feel so empty? Why I'm feeling so void and empty and discontent? What other thing that I possibly want? They don't know. You see, They just don't know where to get the answer. Which this kind of answer you got to find from the wise people who equate to the horn of the cow, which very few in the world. Very few in the world. So these kind of people can easily fall into depression and confusion. Confusion is not, it's bad news. Bad news. Give you this confusion. You know. And then you go to go talk to your GP, your doctor, which most doctor now, GP in England, you got only 4 minutes for every patient. But your problem, it can go on for 6 months. You can go to the counselor, you pay the money, okay, 45 minutes, £70, and then come home, you're like this again. And then your life just rolls on. And then you just don't know where to begin, okay? And a lot of people, they just go crazy and then, oh, let's go out to kill someone. This is what happened. So anyway, I want to say that thanks to the Buddha, okay, and Christ, who start teaching, tell you the good news, okay, and you always have some lucky people who got the perfection, who stumble onto the knowledge. Like today, we might have people stumble onto this knowledge, and then it's a good trigger, trigger of something really positive in their life. I hope so anyway, Bandit, okay? Right, next picture, please. Yeah. You know what? There is no set rule, nothing set in stone, telling you that old people with the white hair have to die, pass on before the young ones. No set rule, nothing set in stone, no. Anyone can go first. Anyone can go first. But if the passing away, if the death, go according to the queue, old people, grandma, grandparents go first. Okay, you kind of can accept, oh, it's a blessing. They're old now, okay? They don't have to, to put up with all this torture of physical illness anymore. Yeah, rest them, okay? Rest in peace. The trouble is that when the death jumping the queue, when it's jumping the queue, the pain is, oh my God, excruciating, agonizing. No, I'm thinking about, should I tell you? I tell you. I know it well because I lost my firstborn 7 months ago. I lost my firstborn. No, I'm trying to you to see. That's it. 7 months ago, at the age of 40 years, 8 months, 23 days, my firstborn gone. I have 3 sons, now I've got 2. So I know it well. I know it well, how painful it is to lose your loved one. Okay. And this kind of thing, when it springs on you, there is no word to explain the pain, especially the mom. But if I didn't tell you, maybe you cannot tell that how 7 months on, how can I do all this work? This is it. Because I know something. I know something that can help me to bounce back in a short time. Leave it there, okay? Next one, Bandit, please. Yeah, this is the last image now. Okay, this one, I would like to depict the profound loss. This kind of loss is not a physical loss. Nowadays, your physical body cannot get lost because they track you all the time. At this very moment, they know exactly where Supawan Green is, where Bandit is. Okay, the Google that track you all the time. You cannot get lost. But this kind of loss is your spiritual loss, your mental loss. Is this kind of thing, your mental self being lost. So this kind of loss, you can be surrounded by people in the shopping mall, in the theater, in your family unit, in your birthday party, But for some reason, you just find that why I am so lonely. You just feel so isolated. You just feel so alone in the sense that no one can understand me and I cannot understand anyone either, even though we are this close, especially the spouse, husband and wife. They sleep on the same bed, share the same bed, but when they want to make the conversation, they got to rehearse. They got to rehearse. Okay, okay, what I'm going to tell, what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to say to him, to her. Isolation for you, loneliness for you, very profound. This is another type of Jerry. This is another type of Jerry that eating people's away nowadays. Okay? Right. Next one, please, Bante. So I have shown you all these different types. There are only just a few examples of different types of black Jerry that has been consuming people. Okay, Jerry and black Jerry has been consuming people on a daily basis. Daily basis, not once a year. No, no, no. Daily basis. This is very scary. Very scary. Anyway, the Buddha knew about this very well. So he gave us the summary, what mental pain is all about, what suffering is all about. So he said that the summary is that parting from someone or something we love is suffering, is mental pain. Okay. Being with someone or something we don't love, we hate, is equally painful, suffering. Is it true? Anyone want to dispute the Buddha's words? These two sentences, 26,000 years ago, it was so powerful. Nowadays, it's still equally powerful. We could feel it. Living with someone or something we hate. Oh my God, please, please, please help me out of here. Anyway, in other words, worries. So this is to delve into more detail. The first two sentences are in general, okay? But delve into more detail of all the symptoms when Jerry bites you, kick you, punch you, chopping you into pieces. In other words, worry, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, hate, anger, agitation, envy, discontent, disappointment, panic, physical discomfort, mental pain, hysteria, and so forth. They are all suffering. We don't talk about physical suffering, okay? The first noble truth is not about the physical suffering. It's about the mental pain, the mental imbalance. This is your mental self, your true self, your consciousness, your true self. And this is your Jerry, okay? All these different type of mental pain that hit you like this, take you, consume you, eat you up, and then swinging you around like that on a daily basis. Happen all over, not just to the Buddhists. No, no, no. To everyone in the world. Everyone. Next one, please, Bandi. Okay, so I just show you this picture again. Physically, you can be so comfortable, but mentally, you cannot escape your Jerry, can you? You cannot escape your Jerry one way or another. No. Next one, please. Any disagreement? Well, I cannot see you, but if you want to raise your hand or put in the comment here, I don't mind. Anyone would like to raise your hand and said that none of those pictures, okay, that I show you earlier, okay, never ever happened to you. I really would like to see your face. I really like to see your face, that you never feel lonely, never have any stress, worry, anxiety, anger. Oh gosh. Okay, you already know. Okay, right. Next one, please. I don't Okay, you might have the dispute. Said, surely life must have some positive thing, happy moments, right? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I tell you what, this is what I call pink Jerry. Hang on. Sorry, I cannot find any pink mice. Oh, the mice is so black. But this is Jerry, your black Jerry. Okay, they kick you, punch you, hurt you. And then the happy moment is what I call the pink Jerry. When pink Jerry consume you, oh, da 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 da, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. It's still Jerry, it's still a prison. Next time, not today. Okay, of course, but today we don't talk about pink Jerry. We want to talk about all this pain. Right, next one, please. Right. I hope no one raised your hand. If you raise your hand, you got to take your picture and show me. I'm going to support you on Facebook. This person, this face, never have any mental pain. You should be adored by everyone. But anyway, I don't think we do. Okay. It means that you accept that you have mental pain. You accept that you have Jerry. You accept that you have Jerry, you have mental pain, okay? It means that you have learned your first noble truth. Of course, it's not 8 minutes. I think it's more like 35, 40 minutes, okay? Which is still very good. Well done, well done. It means that you don't have to go sift through the book. Oh, what is the first noble truth of suffering? Oh, what is it? What did the Buddha say about the first noble truth? No, 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 no. You don't have to read. Just simply accept that you got all these problems. You have graduated the first noble truth already. See, I give you a very shortcut. In half an hour, 40 minutes, you already know that you have problems. And it's important that you got to accept that you have problems. Otherwise, no one can help you. It's very much like you go to the Alcohol Anonymous. The very first thing you got to do is to get up among the crowd, okay, the panel, the group. I'm Supawan Green, and I am an alcoholic. I'm not, but you got to do something like this, right? To accept that I have a problem before you can receive help. This is the same. Next one, please. Bandit. You see? So I just want to explain that all of us right now stuck, okay, trapped in this gigantic, maze labyrinth. It's our mental self. Our mental self is the part that we trap in this ginormous, labyrinth, mental, spiritual labyrinth that we cannot get out. And we need, please, someone get me out. Someone get me out. Next one, please. So you need to have the SOS, help me, please. So you got to, okay, let's admit we need help getting us out from this giant mess of life, right? Next one, please. Once you accept, it is much easier now, okay, for you to try to understand what's going on within. Okay, so before we move on, okay, I need to introduce you to know Jerry. I really don't know how much time we have left because we have spent quite a bit of time, messing with the system before we start. So if sorry, I forgot your name. If you need,
Finori.
uh,
Finori? Yeah.
yeah, Nori, right? Nori.
Finori, yeah.
Nori, okay, Nori. So how much time do we have left? Because I can go on forever, I tell you that. You got to try to stop me for your time. Okay.
Um,
Have we got another
yeah,
half
you've been doing very well.
okay.
Um,
But yeah.
we've been on for about an hour.
Hour now, yeah. And I was I'm going to introduce something that people can
Yeah,
take.
yeah, it's okay.
Is it okay? All right.
Yeah, you can just
I will
continue.
I will try to, make it short. Okay. Right. So before we move on, it's important for you to understand Jerry, which I already introduced. So using the analogy of Tom and Jerry can make life easier for you. Okay. I don't like to use jargons. A lot of people, even Thai Buddhists, they turn away from temple, from monks, because they cannot understand the Pali words. Okay. So I don't involve jargon. I help you. Okay. Make life easier. Just use Tom and Jerry. Right, next one, please. Next one. Okay, so Jerry represent your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings. Next one, you will see the picture now. Yeah. Next one, please, Bandy. Yeah, you see, can you see that? So you can see that you got the body and the mind, which is Jerry. You see, body and then mind and then spirit or consciousness, which is your inner self, your true self. Okay, so I would call that spirit or consciousness your mental self from now on. Okay, so you got the physical self and then you got the mental self that the Buddha called Vijnana. So I like you to make it really clear. This is all about trying to understand this life form, the components that make up this life form. Okay, that we try to understand within. Within is made up of Tom and Jerry. So a mental self, I equate it to Tom. Okay, and then our thought, memories, and feelings equate to Jerry. So you got Tom and Jerry. Can you see that? Tom and Jerry. Okay, right. So the next one, please. So with this one, you can see that Jerry is the part that creates the diversity of feelings and emotion for us. Jerry is the part that creates, the diversity of thoughts, memories, and feelings, and then which give you the anger. So when you said that, you have the broken heart, you don't really mean the heart that thumping, the red heart, the physical heart that is pumping the blood, okay? You really mean your soul, your spirit, your mental self, your true self, or your consciousness, okay? So I create a character for it, and then from now on, I'm going to use the the story terminology. Okay, sorry, I still stumble, with lots of vocabulary sometimes. So I hope you understand. So the most important part is for you to understand that you got the body, and then you got the mind or Jerry, and this mind or Jerry can create all these diverse feelings, emotions, and things, imagination, everything, all in here, all in your head, which is uh, non-physical, okay? And that Jerry will always report to your mental self. So your mental self is the subject in your inner world, in opposed to your physical self is the subject in your physical world, Yeah, sorry, I'm looking for my staff because I don't know, something wrong with the aircon. One second, please. 1 second. Okay. Right. Because the door and window shut. Suddenly I'm sweating. Yeah. When I teach, on my hands, everything on my body so go, and then I can sweat a lot. Sorry. Okay. So please try to be familiar with your body. Okay, your body and your mind, or Jerry, and then your spirit, which is your mental self, also your true self. Okay, next one, please, Bante. So you know about Jerry now. Right? This is the good news now. Let's move on to the good news. Okay, now that we admit the inconvenient truth of suffering, here's the good news for you, which is all happened on the night of the Buddha's enlightenment. The Buddha had found an awesome experience where all the mental pain vanished and only peace and stillness. Okay, before the enlightenment of the Buddha, the Prince Siddhartha, okay, he went to the pain just like everyone else. He went to the pain, okay, like everyone else. And on the night of that enlightenment, okay, under the Bodhi tree in Gaia 2,610 years ago this year. This is how long it happened, 2,610 years ago. The Buddha was enlightened under the Bodhi tree in Gaya, Bodhi Gaya in India, northern India. On that night, he found a state of mind that is totally at peace and still. Totally at peace and still. Okay, or on that night, so before that, before the enlightenment, the Buddha was in the state of his Tom and Jerry are attached together, very much like your nail and the flesh. The nail and the flesh, stick together, and then you have only one sensation. Okay, the same. The flesh, the nail, stick together, suffering. Okay. But upon on that night of the ultimate enlightenment, the Buddha experienced this really awesome experience of disconnect and go beyond. In Thai word called lut, pon. Lut is disconnect, and pon is go beyond. It means that on that night, okay, if we use the analogy of the nail and the flesh, it means that the nail and the flesh start to separate that. Okay, this separated on that night. And that was the first time that the Buddha have found this ultimate mental, spiritual freedom. And he thought that, wow, oh, wow. This is most awesome. I must tell people, this is exactly what everyone wants. It's exactly what everyone wants. This mental, spiritual freedom that you can disconnect, okay? Disconnect and go beyond from Jerry. It means that you're free from Jerry at last. This cord, at last has been severed and allow you to be disconnect and go beyond from all this mental pain caused by Jerry. And that is the best news ever. That is the best news ever. Okay? And that's the Buddha's follower keep on passing it down, through the culture, through the teaching, okay, from India, come to Southeast Asia, to Burma, to Thailand, to Laos, until to all my teacher. I think it was Prasona, Uttara, 200 years after Parinibbana, okay, in Kusinara. There was a Sankirti. Sankirti is in Ashoka reign. King Ashoka reigned 200 years after. And then this one enlightened monk, Alahat, okay, he had the vision, he foresaw that Buddhism is going to be, thinned down from India. Okay, so it's important to send the Buddhist monk outside 12 routes, okay, to the west, to the east of India. And then we got two enlightened monks come to Suvarnabhumi, this Southeast Asia. That is Prasona, Uttara. Okay, these two enlightened monks who were part of the Sankirti at that time, 200 years after Parinibbana. Okay, and he established the core teaching of both of them. Established the core teaching of the Buddha. Help people to have access to nirvana. So this disconnect and go beyond. Okay, this state of mind, this experience, this ultimate experience, the Buddha called nirvana. But the word nirvana is only a label. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this teaching have moved on, have passed down from generation to generation until come to me. Okay, so it's my time now to share all this with you. Right, Banti, please, next one. Thank you. So let's have a look. So because of this ultimate enlightenment, the Buddha was the first one at that time, to to experience this most awesome, encounter, this magnificent, experience that he never seen before. So he had the two experiences to compare. Okay, this one in opposed to this one. So he knew exactly how to present. So this is the summary of the Buddha upon his enlightenment, following his enlightenment. Okay, so he gave us this very short summary that no happiness is greater than your inner peace. This is inner peace. This is inner peace. In opposed to this, no happiness is greater than your inner peace. Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. Hence, nirvana is inner peace, is also the best kind of happiness. Okay? Yeah, it's also the best kind of happiness. So this is nirvana. So this is nirvana. No happiness is greater than your inner peace. It doesn't matter black cherry or pink cherry. They're more or less the same. Two sides of the same coin. Only two sides of the same coin. Okay? Because it still gives you bondage, imprisonment. Okay? So on that night, the Buddha also disconnect and go beyond pink cherry too. So he experienced this ultimate freedom that no one had experienced prior to that. And then he knew exactly that. This is the answer for humanity. This is the answer for humanity. Everyone must know about this good news. This good news. Next one, please, Bandy. Thank you. Right, so we get to the crunch now. So at the moment, we are here at position A. Position A is this state of mind, okay? When you have stress, worry, anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, or losing control. Losing control here. That means scary. This is losing control, stress, worry, anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, losing control, bad news. Okay, which is the place that we all are at this moment. Position A, and then position B is the state of mind. Oh my God, what happened? Okay, position B is the state of mind that the Buddha have attained, have reached on the night of his enlightenment. That is the ultimate mental freedom, mental and spiritual freedom. That is position B, where you got the peace, the calm, the stability, mental tranquility, confidence, and being in control. I love this word, in control of your mind. That is the most important thing. In control. Very important, very powerful word. Okay, so you can see that there is a journey from A to B. But this journey is not your physical journey. No, this journey is not your physical journey. It is the journey that belongs to your mental self. See, it is your mental self that you got to walk this path. Okay, from A, boom, 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 to B, stillness and at peace. Stillness and at peace. Okay, so position A is the first noble truth of suffering or mental pain. And then position B is the third noble truth of the end of suffering. Can you see how quick we move now? It's quick, isn't it? Okay, so we cover, so with this image, we cover the first noble truth, and then B, the third noble truth, and then the four. So what's unique about the Buddha is that he didn't just tell us that, okay, there is a place here, I talk in an analogy language, okay, story language, that He didn't just tell us, okay, there is this place that is most awesome, most awesome. Everyone must go because it's just so beautiful. It's just so relaxing, so calm, so this and that. It's just absolutely beautiful. Everyone must go. Everyone must go. And then he just really glorified this place at position B and said, goodbye, you find your own way. If you just say goodbye, you find your own way, we don't stand a chance. Because this place is not a physical place. It's a non-physical. Non-physical. It's only happened within. It's happened within. And then if there is no guideline, how on earth can you get there? You can't get there. So why Buddha is so special? Because he gave us this tool. And this tool is the fourth noble truth, which is called the Noble Eightfold Path. It means that there are 8 items. You begin with, you got to have the right view, the right speech, the right livelihood, the right this and that, until the right mindfulness, the right meditation. 8 items. If you want to know, you got to look up the book. I don't have it here with me, sorry. I'm not that good but I just know the whole concept. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to go through the 8 items with you. I'm going to just squeeze all the way down to the right mindfulness and the right meditation, the number 7 and number 8. Prior to this, the beginning, the introduction that I gave you, that give you the right view, samadhi. Samadhi, okay? The right view, samadhi. That is all the introduction, okay? I give you in the way that you don't even know that that was the right view. You might have to rewind and look back again, okay? Right. So we get to the crunch now. So with this image, the Buddha gave us 3. With this image, there are 3 noble truths out of 4. In fact, number 4, I already told you. I'll come back to that again. But this 4th noble truth is about vipassana, the 4 foundation of mindfulness. So the 4 foundation of mindfulness or vipassana, these are very much like the tool, okay, or the vehicle, the transport that can help to take you from A to B. So would you believe that even in Thailand, the Buddhist country, when you mention about mindfulness meditation or vipassana, a lot of Thai people, they said that, this got nothing to do with me. Vipassana is only for monks or old people, for broken-hearted people. It's not for me because I got good family, I'm wealthy, I got this and that. I don't need vipassana, which is all wrong or misunderstanding, really. Okay, so it's very important for me to help you to understand why every single human on earth need to do vipassana or mindfulness meditation. So let's have a look of the next one. I can't remember what's Banti, please. The next, okay. So I need to give people the analogy why they need to do vipassana. Okay, so I have to come back to my props again. Okay, come back to my props. So this is your physical body, and this is your Jerry or your mind, and that is your Vinana, your spirit, your soul, your spirit, or your consciousness, which is your mental self. Okay, so I'd like you to know that Jerry is the carrier of all problems. All the problems in the physical world, okay, they cannot jump into your life form in a physical form. No, they have to dematerialize. They have to dematerialize, okay, into the energetic form or turn into your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings, or Jerry. Okay, so this is Jerry, the carrier of all your problems, okay? Once it materialized and then dematerialized from the physical world, come into your inner world, it's just like, you got the neighbor from hell, okay? The neighbor from hell who drown your cats. very naughty, very naughty. Okay, so that problem, they don't just jump into your neighbor from hell. It don't come into your life form in the physical body. They got to dematerialize and turn into your thought, memories, and feelings, or Jerry, or here, and then Jerry, and then Jerry come to attack Tom, the way that Jerry informed to your mental self or Tom. Can you see that? So when you are bombarded by whatever problem that you have, can you see that your mental self, this red part, is being lost in your mental jungle made up of Jerry? Can you see that? Your mental self is being lost in your mental jungle made up of Jerry. So this is your mental jungle. This is your mental self, your true self. And then whatever the problem that you have from in the physical world, it dematerializes and turns into Jerry in the non-physical form, energetic form. And then this Jerry take your mental self, your true self over, and then spinning you around, causing you to be lost in your mental jungle, unable to come home. Unable to come home. So, what is Vipassana? What is mindfulness meditation? Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is about the Buddha come to hold onto your hand of your mental self. Come on, come on. I'm going to take you home. Tathakot, going to take you home. Can you see that? Bring your mental self back home. This is my terminology to represent the invention, okay, represent the word Vipassana or mindfulness meditation, which is too formal and a lot of people, nothing to do with me. But when you say that, bring your mental self back home, oh gosh, what is it all about mental self back home? So you can go along with this kind of storyline, you see, telling people why you get lost in your mental jungle, you know, why you need to go home, that kind of thing, the way that I present to you today, you see. So this is what the word bring your mental self back home is all about. So anyway, bring your mental self back home is the first analogy that I try to help people to understand why we need to do Vipassana. Okay. And then secondly, there's still some people who cannot understand bring your mental self back home. So the second story analogy, I represent Jerry. Okay. Jerry represent virus and bacteria. Virus and bacteria eating up your mental self, keep on biting you, and make you really, ill inside within. Your mental self is being eaten up. We use that word. You're being eaten up, within with your problems, eating you up. That is Jerry. It's Jerry eating you up, eating your inside up. And if you don't correct this on the mental level, it's going to surface as the physical illness later on. Yeah, it's all linked, all connected. Okay, so Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than the medication that the Buddha throw at us, humanity. Come on, I help you. Use this medication. But the person who got to take this medication is not your physical self. Not your physical self, it's your mental self. Your mental self is the part that got to take the medication that called Vipassana so that you can purge Jerry. Okay? And then the third analogy is just in case, still have people who don't understand what's going on, bring your mental self back home. Okay. Next picture, please, Banti. Give you a nice car. The Buddha really literally gave us a spiritual car, mental car. But this car is not Toyota, it's not Mercedes, it's not this and that. This car, the brand is called Vipassana. Mindfulness meditation or bring your mental self back home. Okay, that can take you, but the driver is not your physical self either. It got to be your mental self. Okay, your mental self got to jump onto this invisible car, energetic car, and drive from position A, where you have this boom, 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 to position B, when you can have your inner peace. Yeah. So basically today, I'm going to help you today. I'm going to, I don't know whether about today or not. I don't know about your time, okay, whether we have it or not. But what I can help you is to be your driving instructor. Your driving instructor, okay, to teach your mental self to drive this energetic car, non-physical. That's why you need to have a teacher to learn all these things, how to drive, okay, this energetic car called Vipassana, so that you can move your mental self. You can move your mental self from A, boom, 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 to B, inner peace. This is quite attractive, isn't it? This position, this destination is very attractive to people who are like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So for those who realize that you have problems, for people who realize that you are like this, I'm sure that you want to listen. You want to know, you want to learn how to drive this car. Okay. So my role, okay, as a meditation teacher, I basically teach my student how to drive this energetic car that called Vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, which have the system. So I come to, this point, which is the end of the second step, which we already covered the Four Noble Truths. So let me rewind. So Bhante, do you mind to go back to that picture of the 5 elements? Got the body, mind, and spirit, please. That picture. So go back, back, back. That's it. Okay. Or the other one, another one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, what happened is that the Four Noble Truths already covered, okay, in just over an hour. It means that we already accept, okay, that we have problems. We have mental pain. That is all the illustration that we showed you earlier. Okay, anger, jealousy, loneliness, sadness or whatever that you have. That is when you can accept that I have problems. Yeah, I admit I have Jerry. That's it. Your first noble truth is done. You accept it. What else you want? You don't have to go to read anymore. No, you accept. All those reading is about come back to accept that you have mental pain. Okay, and then the second noble truth, the cause of suffering is, can you guess what? The cause of suffering is Jerry. Jerry is the ultimate cause of suffering. We don't talk about the cause that on the end of the line. Okay, why they got addiction? Because they live in a, broken down family, in a very poor community, in a country that produce all these all these drugs, okay, in this and that. I mean, you can carry on, you can keep on carry on finding the cause of the problems, okay, find the cause of the problem, but in the end, it's all got to come down to this ultimate causation. The ultimate causation of the samudai, I don't know, sorry, I got to pronounce in Thai language, okay? The cause of suffering, according to the Buddha, is, you can read another 10 volume of the Pali Canon. I don't know how many though, but I make life easier for you, okay? So I just squeeze squeeze down to just half a teaspoonful, and then reduce to just one word. The cause of suffering is, of course, Jerry. That is the ultimate cause of suffering, no matter what. No matter what. It's all come down to the individual Jerry. Because all this problem, all this causation of the problem that cause the problem out here is in the physical form. Okay, but when you keep on going back to the beginning, it's all come down to your thoughts and feelings, and that thought and feeling is Jerry. Okay, so give you an example like Hitler. Okay, you need only just one political leader who is well equipped with political power, okay, well equipped with finance, economy, everything, can control everything. That one person, his Jerry, it happened, if that political leader happened to have the bad Jerry or black Jerry, all hell can break loose. All this life just fall off, just like falling leaves. 7 million disappear from the surface of the earth. And that come down to the Jerry of one political leader. And if only we can change that Jerry of that one political leader into a more positive Jerry, things would have been so much different. Just like the world now. The world could have been very much different if the political leaders of all these, powerful country can change their mind, okay, from the black Jerry into pink Jerry at least, okay? The world would have been very much different. Or better still, if they know this state of mind, whoa, peace on earth will be on the doorstep, because it means that that political leader can use every tool in his power to create peace on earth for humanity. That easy. Okay, so anyway, come back to the second noble truth. The second noble truth is the cause of suffering is Jerry. It's Jerry. Come down to Jerry. Okay, and then the third noble truth. The third noble truth is yeah, this. Bante, can you carry on forward to until I ask you to stop, please? Forward, please forward the image. Bante, is Bante there? Okay, forward again. I want to show, no, carry on, please, carry on. Yeah, carry on. More picture, more, please. One more. Okay, so, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, this picture, you can stop there. So this is the third noble truth. This is the third noble truth. The third noble truth is to eradicate, to purge Jerry, okay, to purge Jerry out of your mind, your your home, okay, because before that, Jerry is attached to you like this. So the third noble truth is found on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha. He found that there is no Jerry that can get to him anymore, no longer there, because he reached that state of mind that is disconnect and go beyond from all kind of Jerry. So he was really, come to that ultimate freedom, ultimate mental and spiritual freedom. Okay. Yeah. So that is the third noble truth. As for the fourth noble truth is the vipassana. Is the vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, mindfulness meditation, which is something that I would like to offer to you, my audience, if you wish to learn. Okay. So in conclusion, the Four Noble Truth has completed. So Bante, would you please go back to that picture before this one, please? Go back to that picture. That's it. Okay. So basically, no, that one was fine with the three small pictures, please. Back one more. That's all. That's it. Okay. So I want to give you the entire perspective. Okay, you have accept the first noble truth of mental pain, that you know that you got the mental suffering, mental pain. That is the acceptance. That's fine. And then the second noble truth, you know that is come from Jerry. Okay, come from Jerry. All type of Jerry can cause you problem. Okay, there are 4 type of Jerry. In fact, let me show you right away. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So there are 4 type of Jerry. The first type is black Jerry, and then you got the pink Jerry, then you got the white Jerry. White Jerry is intellectual knowledge. It's still a bondage. Still bondage. It's still creating the Maya, the elusive world within. Okay, within. And then the last one, is the clear Jerry. The clear Jerry is the fixation the fixation, okay, on your religious belief. My God is better than your God. My teacher is better than your teacher. My holy book is better than your holy book. This is the only way, no other way. That is that is clear, Jerry. Is as damaging, okay, as the in really the four type of Jerry, okay. This one is the most straightforward one. This one is the most straightforward one because you can identify it quite easily, okay, because it's a pain. And then you want to purge, which is good for your mental habit. Good for your mental habit. But when you come to pink Jerry, white Jerry, especially this Jerry, you just want to cling on to this attachment, which is bad news. You just want to cling on and cling on, attached to all this, Jerry, is no good. It's bad news because this is imprisonment. This is bondage, imprisonment. You don't have the freedom. You don't have the freedom. Okay. So, in the end, on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha, 2610 years ago, the Buddha was free from black Jerry, pink Jerry, white Jerry, as well as clear Jerry. The clear Jerry, the Buddha attached to for 6 years when he went through the self-mortification, when he went through the self-torturing. That was his clear Jerry. And he fixated, he thought that that is the only way that can help me to be free from all this mental pain. Until 6 years gone, on the blink of death, he said that, no, it's not the way. It's not the way. Yeah, and they come back. Okay, that was Pink Jerry. So can you see that? So that was the enlightenment of the Buddha. So anyway, I want to give you the perspective that what I can offer you in the future, if you invite me back, okay, uh, I can offer you how to dispose of your Jerry. Dispose of your Jerry, no matter what Jerry, okay, by using the toolkit that the Buddha already gave us. That tool is Vipassana, mindfulness meditation, or bring your mental self back home. So when you engage in this practice, it's just like I teach you, okay, to be uh, a driver. Yeah, teach you to drive this car, teach you to drive this vehicle that called Vipassana. I'm going to be your instructor helping you, okay? So as you are driving this car that called Vipassana, all your Jerry will be disposed of, will be purged until your mind is absolutely clear and crystal. Mhm. Until you clear and crystal, which is the gateway to your intuitive wisdom, the gateway to your intuitive knowledge. Once you get to that point, you don't need a teacher. I only just start you off, give you all this guided wisdom until you get to the point. Carry on with your meditation. I give you all this tool, okay? Once you can get on with your meditation practice until you can purge Jerry on a daily basis, you come to this gateway of clear, really clear, blissful and placid, peaceful state of mind. And then, only then, will you be able to gain the intuitive wisdom, the download, could be from the Buddha himself, who knows, okay? But you will get to the state of self-taught because all the knowledge is all come from within now. Within, okay? So this is the entire perspective that I can share with you today. I don't know because I have used up a lot of time. Normally, I would help people to get into the actual practice, but I don't know if Bantik want me to go through today. It's quite, I think we've been here for 2 hours already. If you would like to leave it to next session, I'm quite happy to come back for you. Up to Bantik. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's better if we can do it for another program.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because today is a lot to take in already. It's
Yeah, yeah.
already. So I like your audience, to digest the Four Noble Truth as I present to you today. So
Mm-hmm.
this just gives you a really wide perspective, and I leave it with you the tantalizing concept of the next session, that we can delve into the actual practice. Banti, do you mind to go back to BMSBH with that three picture, please? Back to that picture. Another one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this picture. Okay, so so we get to the very crucial point that everyone knows now. If you follow me today, if you can really understand, you already accept that you have the mental pain. You already know from the guided wisdom that I have guided you. You know that the cause of the suffering, the second noble truth, is all come down to Jerry. That is the ultimate causation of all problem in the entire universe. I didn't say that, the entire universe, the entire world. Okay, for now. Okay. The ultimate causation of any problem at all is all come down to Jerry. Okay. You don't have to read too many books. And then the third noble truth happened on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha. On that night, he get to this state that he called nirvana, that make him disconnect and go beyond from Jerry. So he knew about this ultimate freedom that no one have experienced before. And he said that, wow, humanity need to know, must know, must know, must know this piece of good news. Gospel means good news. Okay. This is the Buddhist gospel, good news. Okay. And not just that, he even give us the means to the end, the means to the end. And that means to the end is vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, my terminology. So basically, we all get lost like this. And then if you are lost mentally, okay, not physical, if you lost mentally like that, like this, you need to come home. And I can help you to come home. Okay. I can help you to drive this car. Okay. I'm ready to jump onto this car now. Okay. Flying from A to B. Can't wait to find my inner peace. And that inner peace is nirvana. Okay. Yes. So I hope that, this guided wisdom to the Dhamma USA audience is a bit untraditional, really unconventional. Okay. But as I tell you, this is about go from inside out, not outside in. This is about the end coming to the means. So I talk about the third noble truth first, and then lead you to go back in. Okay. Right. So if there is any next time, I will help you. We're going to delve into the practice, as how we can bring our mental self back home, so that we can have access to that stillness, to that inner peace that the Buddha called nirvana. Okay. I hope today is helpful to your audience.
Okay, well, thank you so very much, Supawan Green, for
Yep.
this profound speech on the Four Noble Truths. It was very entertaining. I really liked the analogies you used with Tom and Jerry. Um, so I'm sure all of our Dhamma friends around the world were benefited today. We will take up your questions now, and we encourage you to post your questions in simple language through the Dhamma USA YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right. Looks
So we
like
got
we
to
have a question from Dhamma USA. What does BMSBH mean?
bring your mental self back home.
It's
Bring
interesting.
your mental self back home. Okay. So this will be the actual practice, the actual practice that we're going to do next next session, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to help you to drive this spiritual, this mental car, so that you can go from A to B. So BMSBH is Bring Your Mental Self Back Home, which is also the name of the center, the meditation center in Thailand that I
Oh,
have founded. Yeah, I founded a center, a meditation center, which is really new. This is the place here. Here, I'm here right now in Bring Your Mental Self Back Home Center. Yeah,
oh, are
inside
you in
that.
Thailand right now?
Yes, I'm in Thailand.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm in Thailand now. So well, I have a family who live in England. I'm married to a British. Okay, I got 3 sons, but now I got 2. But I come back to Thailand to teach annually every year. And this year, this is my 4th month now that I come to Thailand to teach meditation, teach how to bring your mental self back home. Yeah. Okay. So, can I just introduce you to my book? So you see, once you know, once you know the goal. So basically, the goal of our life is to help ourselves to attain that state of, that peaceful state of mind that the Buddha called nirvana. Buddha called nirvana, or God, or whatever. Okay, that is the goal of our life. And then the means to it is vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, or mindfulness meditation. Okay, so you need to have the means, or the user guide to life. The user guide to life. So this is one of my books. Okay, a book of practical advice leading you to find and understand your true self. So there are two volume for the user guide to life. The first volume called the user guide to life, the moral diet. Okay, the copy already finished, and this is the second volume, the law of karma. Okay, quite big, quite thick. Okay, the user guide to life, that is the actual practice. And then the third part of the user guide to life is vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, which this one, the book is the Four Noble Truths that I sent to Bante. Bante Sumita have it. I haven't printed in anything at all. But that book got to be supported by the actual guidance, the actual life guidance by me. Because the actual practice of vipassana, or mindfulness meditation, or bring your mental self back home, cannot be written. It can only happen in the way that I'm sitting here, my students sit there, and then I guide you through. Both of us, we're going to close our eyes, and then we're going to meditate together. So I have another way to guide you verbally as you are engaged in this spiritual journey from A, boom, 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 to B, stillness. Okay, so this part I'm not going to write down in word, because it doesn't work. It got to be passed on, from mind to mind, like this. Okay, so that book, the Four Noble Truths, is only just support all the concepts, support the actual practice. That's all. Okay, just let me show you this book. Okay, and this one, I think that the Four Noble Truths, in the way that I present, okay, to you today, is really a new hope for humankind. A new hope for humankind. Okay, because if humanity don't know about this, we are not going to get anywhere, because the resistance and the real problem is the individual Jerry. We are just crashing the individual Jerry of this, and just crashing all the time, and cause all this a world that full of havoc. Okay, so a new hope for humankind. Can I tell you that this is my
Yeah.
first?
Oh,
And my
wow. Impressive.
my husband and my firstborn. I took this picture myself. I love this picture, and this is the one who passed on.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh,
I'm so sorry to hear for your about your
yeah,
loss.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, but you see, I like you to see that. I mean, I can only teach the thing that I can do. I won't teach you the thing that I cannot do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I lost my baby just 7 months ago, but I bounced back. The reason that I bounce back, because I have nirvana as my refuge. Nirvana is my refuge. Okay. I can always get to that inner peace. That's how I gain my inner strength. That's how I gain my. Otherwise, I'd be in pieces. No way that I can work like this. No way. No way. Okay. So in this book, also got. I wrote this book in 2008 when I was invited to Portland, Oregon, to do a course there for a few days, and then came back. I wrote this book, A New Hope for Humankind. Okay, so this book got the formula for world peace as well. Ooh, a formula for world peace as well. So it's all in this book. So I give you a formula how to create world peace. I mean, lots of people talking about world peace, but not the formula. You know, a formula is mean you got to do this A B C D F G like this. I cannot find the page. Sorry. It's here anyway. It's here anyway. And then this is the another book, Einstein question, Buddha answer. In fact, I don't know anything about Einstein, the theory of relativity or anything, but I understand the concept, just the general concept that Einstein want to find a point, in the universe that is absolutely still, so that it can use as a ruling point to measure everything against, but he couldn't find it. So that's why he got to suppose the absolute ruling point and turn into the theory of relativity. You got to measure relatively. This is the concept of relativism come from. Okay, but I want to tell people that, in fact, the Buddha have that answer. That absolute stillness point does exist in the universe, exists in the way that it doesn't, is not still, but it's still in motion, but it's still. I have explained in this book anyway about the two train. Okay, and it's very important to know what a real normal mind is, because people don't know. You can only judge the insanity by compare against the normality. If you don't know the true normality, there is no way for you to know what abnormality is, what insanity is. There is no way that you would know. So I just give you this guided wisdom that the state of mind that the Buddha called nirvana, this state of mind, is the state of the true normality. So from this point onward, we know what abnormality and what insanity is. Okay, that's just the rough idea. Okay.
All
Any
right.
more questions?
Um, it looks like that's it for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thank you so much again.
you're welcome. Yeah.
Your
I hope
your
your audience enjoyed this.
yeah, it was very entertaining and very impressive to learn it from like with the images of the family members too. I think that was also different. I think as a young adult to see that too. So it's very
Yeah, I
helpful.
think Tom and Jerry analogy should be the means, the way to present to people in
Yeah, yeah, it's
from the
funny.
movie, because in Thailand, and people are so saturated already with all these Pali jargons that they cannot understand. The young people, they cannot understand, you know,
Yeah.
they lose their interest, like Patija Samuppada, what is it?
Hmm.
Dependent origination, Itapajayata, the causation, all these things. It's very difficult for people nowadays. They don't have the patience, they don't have the time, to digest all this. So it got to be really, really condensed and really shortcut. So this is my way. Just give them the shortcut. Go straight into the practice. You see, today within 2 hours, I can cover the Four Noble Truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we conclude today's Dhamma sharing, and we look forward to meeting you again with more insightful Dhamma sharings in the upcoming weeks. So let's keep our palms together close to our hearts and pay respects to Nawa Supawan Green, with three sadhus. May you always be well, happy, and healthy. Let's also keep our palms together close to our heart and pray that by the power of all the dana, sila, and bhavana activities that we all have performed during our lifetime and during our whole course of samsara become one united power and may it be shared with all the celestial beings. May all the wonderful celestial beings, including respectful Brahmas and Devas and all sentient beings, receive this merit and share this merit and be well, happy, and healthy wherever they are. May all your departed ones, including the late Acharya Upajaya's parents and all other ancestors, all the departed ones also receive this merit. Be well, happy, and healthy, and safe wherever they are. May all of us be able to live life peacefully, comfortably, and with good health. May all of us and all sentient beings be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms close to your heart and say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sabbitiyo vivachantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
See you again next week at the same time. Good night and Theron Sarnai.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Bante, for letting me host today.
Yeah, thank you, Banti. Thank you for helping me.